Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined by Scott Kelly, CEO of Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center. Scott, good to see you. How are you today?
Thank you. Nice to be here. Doing great. Thank you.
So, first off, congratulations. Asante Rogue Regional recently named a top 100 hospital by TruVen.
Thank you.
Who is TruVen and what does this designation mean?
Yeah, so TruVen Health Analytics is a company that's been around for a long time, actually as long as I've been in healthcare. And they analyze that data and they take your data. It's not an award that you apply for, but every year they take that information, compare hospitals across the country. And we were just recently named top 100, the only one in Oregon or the state of Washington.
That's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We're very excited.
How will this help you improve the product and the people you serve?
You know, when we look at it, and I think any award, it's nice to get those distinctions. I think it's more of a, it's really more of a validation of what we do each and every day in healthcare. And you know, you don't get these kinds of distinctions overnight. So one of the things that we have been focused on for a long time is medical excellence. And I really think it's about our employees. I mean, that's who's providing that care. It's the nurses, the physicians, the technicians, all the support services. Those are the people who really helped us to earn this designation. And
so you provide, how's the data kind of collated and provided to TruVen?
So they look at, TruVen, there's a lot of publicly available data. So all of our Medicare information, they have all that information, and they compare it, they risk adjust it to all the hospitals across the country. They then basically parse that data out, and so we're in the large community hospital category. There's also academic medicine categories, small hospitals, and then we're compared, and then they pick their top 100 based on those clinical outcomes and such as they go through their formulas. Okay, so CEO of a major Southern Oregon hospital, what is an average day like for you? Yeah, that's an interesting question. You know, I don't know if there's an average day, but you know, most days my role obviously is to provide leadership for the organization. So I spend a lot of my time, obviously, with the leaders. We look at we're a very data-driven organization, which is one of the things that I believe allows us to have these kind of medical excellence achievements. But I spend a lot of my time in meetings. I spend a lot of my day meeting with physicians, talking about operational issues. You know, this year has been a good example where our volumes have been very high, sustained very high in critical care, in the emergency department, throughout the departments in our hospital, and figuring out how are we more efficient, how are we making sure that we're keeping a great patient experience in our hospital. Obviously, how are we, you know, clinically making sure we're medically excellent, and obviously that financially we're operating effectively as well. So, you know, I get involved in a lot of that, and I'm in a lot of meetings.
I'm sure. All right, very good. We're going to take a quick break.
Yes.
Much more with Scott in a moment. Stay with us.
Thanks.
Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with CEO Scott Kelly from Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center. So, Scott, there are a lot of organizations rating hospitals these days. TruVen gave you guys a top 100 hospital ranking. What does that mean for patients?
Yeah, for patients, I think it means a couple of things. Number one, it means they can feel confident that the care they're getting here in Southern Oregon is the best care they could get anywhere in the United States. There's 5,000 hospitals in the United States. When you look at clinical outcomes, we rank among the best. And I think that's important. But I think with consumers, I think it's important to actually look. There's a lot of information out there. If you're going to be getting a surgery or if you're going to have to be admitted to a hospital for something, take the time to do your research. I mean, and look at the rankings and find out how the hospitals compare. There are major differences, and I think that's one of the misconceptions out there. You think a hospital is a hospital, and that's simply not true. And I do tell, it's interesting in new employee orientation, when I do that for the employees, I tell them there's this perception you always have to go to a bigger city to get good health care. So if you live in Medford, you should go to Portland, and Portland to Seattle, and on and on. It's really not true. If you want the best health care anywhere in Oregon or Washington, you come to Medford, Oregon, to Asante.
Oh, very good. All right. So what are you guys doing today to continue to improve upon your performance?
Yeah, everything that we do obviously is driven towards medical excellence. So we'll take the results of this. We have clinical core teams made up of physicians, doctors, clinicians that on all the major service lines, and they review this data. Constantly, we're looking at our outcomes. We'll continue to do that. We need to continue to have the right people. We need to continue to hire good people, develop our people, be a great place to work, and that's really what drives all of our excellence. It really is our people, and that's what sets us apart. Our employees are amazing throughout every level of the organization.
Very good, Scott. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, our pleasure. Stay with us. We'll be right back.